Hello dear students of class 6. Here we are going to do the third chapter of second part video, in which we have to study about instrument used to measure time. Basically, how to measure time, I will describe this phenomenon. How to measure time. Nowadays there is a very much advanced technology of this advanced era, but in the early time how the people managed to read the time, what were the accurate time, these all were described by some literate people. Okay, come to the early people estimate time by looking at the sun and moon. Basically they observe sun and moon to find time, actually to estimate time, because they cannot be accurate that this time is going. They only estimate that this is going to be evening, this is going to be after 12, this is going to be 1 p.m. or evening. Okay, come down, estimate. For estimating time they use something, that is they use some buildings, some shadows forming instrument, like come to that. The Jantar Mantar in Jaipur and Delhi are examples of sundials. Jantar Mantar in Jaipur and Delhi are examples of sundials. Basically Jantar Mantar and in both places we are made to measure time to by reading the shadow of their building structures. Okay, built by Maharaja Jai Singh II of Jaipur. The Jaipur king Maharaja Jai Singh has built these two buildings for measuring time. Okay, when we are in childhood, we go to the government schools and there were no watch, so we used to line the shadow when there will be a lunch, when there will be our school leave. We use the line of shadow of any tree present over there, and we go to time to observe that the shadow is one hand nearer to the point when school will off, and we come to know that there is a some time, there is a little time, there is a more time, there is a far time that our school will be over. Okay, later on water clock, candle clock or sand clock based on the principle of pendulum were used. After, as we were just going to be advanced, some clocks were started to be managed, like water clock. There is a device in which we put some water and the water will move to another jar very slowly, and there will be a time evolution for going to the next jar. The water will go to the next jar and they will take some time, and that time period were fixed, that in this duration the total water will be moved to the next jar. So in this way we measure time. Candle clock in this there is a stand in which the one on another side we use candle, and the shadow of this stick gives a reading of a time. Okay, that is a candle. Sand clock is similar to the water clock. Sand clock is similar to the water clock, in which water clock we use water, while in sand clock we use sand. Sand will move from one jar to the next jar, one jar to the next jar. Okay, and it will take time to move. Okay, clock based on the principle of pendulum. after advancing, they know pendulum, and they observe that the pendulum movement of pendulum will give accurate time by managing it, and they come to it. You know about the pendulum, which I have taught you in the chapter first. Okay. Okay. In this way, the pendulum move to and fro, and they manage to read the time. Nowadays, in electronics era, electronics or digital watches, clock which are very accurate were used. Digital watch, electronics watch, okay, are used nowadays, and which is very accurate measuring device of time. Okay, the digital watch and electronics watch, in which there is a stopwatch. A stopwatch which we use in sports, which is a very minute interval between two events, were measured by a stopwatch. In laboratory, we use a stopwatch to measure the time, to see a activity which is very less time happening in very less time, and that less time is measured, okay, by the stopwatches. Okay, in these all devices, the electronics, digital watches, which is great for our stopwatches, they all are of two types. One is 12-hour clocks and other is 24-hour clocks. 12-hour clocks is divided into two parts, that is the ante-meridian and the post-meridian. PM. Ante-meridian means AM and PM. Okay, before midday and post midday. Okay, 12-hour clocks, because as we know that the whole day is divided into two parts, the day and night, and the 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night comprises of 24 hours, and these 24 hours were divided into two parts, AM and PM, that is 6:20 before midday and post midday. 6:20 AM means that the early morning time, again 6:20 PM means that the evening time, 6:20 PM. If I am mentioning PM, post meridian, it means that it is in evening time. While when we go to the 24-hour clocks, in which there is no necessary of AM and PM to mention, in which midnight to 12 noon is recorded as 00 to 1200 hours. Okay, which is 12 hours. Okay, in this, after midday, that is afternoon, to next midnight is represented as from 12:1 to 2400. 12:1 to 2400. After midday or afternoon, it is recorded as 12:1 to 2400. Okay, this is the way to record in 24 hours. Basically, it is used for departure and arrival of a train on a particular station. When you move to a railway station, there is a time managing clock, which is a 24-hour clock they are used. Okay, because of the confusion removed to the passengers, that it is not necessary to AM or PM to announce. Okay, if there is a time showing 0750, it means that it is a 7:50 AM. If there is a time showing 1950 hours, it means that it is a 7:50 PM. How we used to manage this? First, at midnight it shows the time 00. After that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Midday will be the 12. After midday, 12, 1 that is called as 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, like this we measure 21, 24. That is evening time is measured in that is 13 to 24. Okay, so I hope that you understand these topics to how to measure time in early to now. Okay, in the next class we will meet you for the next topic, that is temperature. Okay, bye. Very